This is ABC 7 News at 6 on the road, live from Ellsworth.
Presented by Coastal Auto Parts, Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company, Nana's Attic and Then Some, and Ray Plumbing and Heating.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Beth Jones. Thank you so much for joining us for ABC 7 News live at 6. We are on the road in Ellsworth.
Yes, we are, and I'm Peter Dubois. We are really excited to be here, and we have so much to talk about here in Ellsworth, including the Autumn Gold Festival happening all weekend long,
Yes.
and a big production that's kicking off right behind us at the Grand tonight.
Yeah.
We'll hear a lot about that later, but first...
Definitely a lot of buzz and a lot of excitement going on here in
Yes.
Ellsworth. We can't wait to talk about all the great things folks can expect for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, first tonight we do have some news to get to. We are learning some new details about a fire that destroyed 3 businesses along the waterfront in Port Clyde. Now, firefighters battled that blaze Wednesday night into Thursday. It destroyed the Dipnet restaurant, the general store, and the Monhegan boat line. A statement by general store owner Linda Bean says the fire was so hot and uncontrollable, no one was allowed back inside to save anything. Those who had housing over the store fled with only the clothing they were wearing. Bean says several people have also been left without jobs. She says it is her hope to restore the premises and resume business as soon as possible. And in the meantime, her assistant is working to help those that have been impacted. Bean says several original Wyeth paintings were lost in the fire, as well as photos, books, and memorabilia intended to support educational work. Investigators say because of the scope and intensity of the fire, it could be days before they determine what exactly happened.
The Maine Air National Guard gave area employers a lift today. Our David Ledford tells us why.
Members of the Maine Air National Guard got to show their bosses what it's like to walk a mile in their shoes, thousands of feet in the air. Part-time airmen have to step away from their day jobs when called to deployment or training, which can leave their employers in a difficult position. Friday, the 101st Air Refueling Wing took to the skies for a boss lift to demonstrate the importance of what they do.
What we do is bring out the employers of our servicemen and women. We were taking them up on an air refueling mission today. I want to say thanks for allowing their members to serve. Our airmen that are doing missions are also their employees.
It was nice to see everything, experience everything that they do basically on a daily basis.
According to the Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve, an organization that promotes cooperation between service members and civilian employers, the lift is meant to show appreciation.
Some of our employers might be shorthanded as it is, and then their guard member gets called up, maybe a bus driver at a school, and they're already short bus drivers, but the guard member needs to go do his or her guard duty, and so that now all of a sudden affects the civilian employer as well.
Employer Buffy Higgins says she walked away with a new perspective.
My favorite part was looking out the window and seeing the 2 planes, in tandem, one refueling the other. Just amazing. Definitely a new understanding and a deeper appreciation for the military and the folks that serve our country.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, meanwhile, one of Ellsworth's newest business owners isn't playing around when it comes to running her store. Our David Ledford spoke with her about what she's hoping to bring to this city's growing downtown district.
Who doesn't want to buy a bookstore or a toy store?
Molly Delina recently joined the ranks of dozens of other new business owners in Ellsworth. She took over ownership of Union River Book and Toy just over a year ago, and since then she says the city has embraced her.
I had taught elementary school before I moved here. We have been amazed at sort of how much community support, how much more members of the community we feel coming in, sort of not having a ton of experience in this industry. We have been so supported.
Although it's primarily been known as a toy store, Delina hopes to expand the business to offer something for everyone.
We have toys, we have books, we have games. Our goal is to build it up to full-size bookstore, but also to keep having the toys. We've had a lot of positive messages from the community about wanting there to be more books and more books.
Beyond what's on the shelves, she plans to make the business a cultural meeting place year-round.
We have some work going on in the basement right now, and when that's completed, we hope to be able to open up and have game tables down there, have people able to come in and play board games, and have some more winter indoor space that people can use.
Delina says customers who stop by Union River Book and Toy are likely to find a story, whether or not they buy a book.
Not everybody has a story. There's tons of people both from the community and tourists who come. I've had people recite their poetry for me. I've had people do all kinds of stuff, tell me, story after story about their lives, and I really love that part of the job.
In Ellsworth, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And on that note, downtown Ellsworth is at the height of a business boom, and the city is hoping to keep that going. Since the start of the pandemic, more and more shops have been popping up here downtown. Half of the storefronts sat vacant just a couple of years ago, and now 100% of them are home to a new or existing business, with more than 40 of those shops living on Main Street. According to Heart of Ellsworth, an organization focused on revitalizing the downtown area, the stores have helped bring in revenue for the city, but the hope is that visitors will stay for more than just a shopping trip.
The more people that we can get out of their houses and get them to come to the downtown district, the more inviting this community is going to be for people to locate here, for people to come home. Having this space be not only a business district, but also a residential district. That mix is sort of where the magic happens.
And although Main Street is currently fully occupied, the city is planning to continue expanding along the side streets. You can head to the Ellsworth Chamber of Commerce or visit heartofellsworth.org to learn how to start a new business right here in the city.
And definitely so much going on here in Ellsworth. And for one thing, after over a year of planning and construction, folks can get a look inside what will soon be Ellsworth's new police department. That going on tonight.
Indeed, and although the department's official move-in date is set later in October, the department is hosting an open house for residents to see that new station tonight. Our Doug Banks is live. Doug.
Thank you, Beth and Peter. As you can see behind me, there are cars parked out in front of the new station with officers giving tours inside. Earlier today, city manager and police chief gave us a full tour of the building and talked to us about what this new station means for the community and the police department. A new chapter for the Ellsworth Police Department begins as they move out of City Hall to a brand new station located at 416 High Street, giving the department much needed room.
Over the years, due to expansion and adding of additional staff, we've had to move 3 lockers into the bathroom. So, there was literally no more room for us to grow.
City Manager and Police Chief Glenn Mosier gave us a full tour of the station, showing us their evidence room and state-of-the-art equipment that, once Friday's open house ends, will no longer be open to the public.
With all the danger around fentanyl and other exposures, this piece of equipment has complete screenage so that our officers won't have to risk getting exposed.
Chief Mosier explained how new features such as a bigger kitchen, workout room, and bigger locker rooms will help improve officers' morale.
The reality is most of us spend more time here than we do in our own homes. So to have something that's nice, that's new, that meets all of our needs, and then some, is really going to be a fantastic opportunity.
Functioning with more safety and effectiveness, the tour showed how this new station will not only help the department, but moving forward will help accelerate the potential for growth.
3-5 years from now, when we're hopefully, we're adding staff, I think that's going to, this facility will definitely play a role in what that looks like for us.
This event is open to the public, so if you are interested, you only have until 7 o'clock to get down here. A couple minutes ago, I talked to Chief Mosier. He said reception so far has been fantastic, and a lot of people have said it looks a lot bigger on the inside than it does on the outside, and we hope our story was able to display that. For ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Doug Banks. Beth and Peter, back to you.
All right, thanks, Doug. And right here in downtown Ellsworth, the air is starting to cool off as the sun goes down.
Yeah.
And that's been a theme lately as we transition into fall.
Yeah, well, it's kind of how things tend to go, but that's definitely a transition that I enjoy.
Yes.
You get to still have a nice, warm, mild day,
Yeah.
and then you get that cool off at night that just kind of relaxes you and settles you into the evening. Could not ask for a nicer night to be out here in Ellsworth celebrating everything that's going on here. So great.
Seriously. Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast and see what else is coming our way.
Thank you, Beth and Peter. Our first weather is brought to you by Driveway Maintenance Paving. With over 30 years experience in paving and seal coating, we offer quality work at affordable prices. All right, folks, we made it. The weekend's around the corner and temperatures are warming back up. Look at all this hot air making its way up north into Midwest, upper Midwest. But don't worry, folks, the Northeast will get in on some warmer temperatures very, very soon. For now, though, we do have some mostly cloudy skies to cloudy skies all over the area. This is associated with a little bit of rain that's falling just outside of our state. In New York City, wow, getting hammered with several inches of rain. Now, for us, we're going to stay dry with a light breeze at around 5 miles an hour here in town, down by Bar Harbor into Rockland. So right by the coast, we're looking at very calm winds near 5 to 10 mile per hour breezes. Not too bad there. But one thing we got to watch is this air quality. We are more in a moderate end, so not the best air quality for today. Don't spend too much time outdoors or limit at least those outdoor activities. Now for overnight hours tonight, we are looking at temperatures hovering in those upper 40s to lower 50s. Beth and Peter?
All right, and there is still much more to come later on in the show right here from Ellsworth.
Including coming up a live interview with more on what you can expect from this year's Autumn Gold Festival. Stay with us.
If you're a licensed technician and ready to get back to work or make the switch to a rewarding career, then look no further, because Ray Plumbing and Heating is hiring and ready to add you to their family today. For more information, visit rayplumbing.com.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Ellsworth, is sponsored by Nana's Attic and Then Some in Ellsworth is full of unique antique items from the past that everyone will enjoy. 3 Pennies and a Dime is a unique Maine-made gift store featuring more than 100 local artisans. Come visit us in our new spot in the Maine Coast Mall. Dragonfire Pizza, serving the best pizza in Ellsworth. Don't believe us? Why not come by and see what all the hype is about?
Nana's Attic started many years ago for me. When I was a young fellow, I used to go with my grandmother collecting antiques and selling antiques. I went on many trips with Nana as I was fascinated with the world of antiques and the history behind old things. They remind you of days that have gone by, but spark memories of youth and hanging out with loved ones that are no longer with us. Now I've made that dream a reality. First with my Ellsworth Flea Market, and now my own store, Nana's Attic and Then Some, located in the old Olympia Sports in Ellsworth, where you'll find treasures and antiques galore.
It's Autumn Gold in Ellsworth. There's the Autumn Gold Car Show at the Home Depot with sales and events all over town. Free boat rides and kids carnival at Harbor Park. There are also other events downtown and at Woodlawn. Sponsored by the Ellsworth Area Chamber of Commerce.
It's the Toyota 5-State Sales Event with deals on vehicles from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota. Right now, you could save with 3.99% financing on a Tacoma 4x4. The Toyota 5-State Sales Event. Toyota, let's go places.
Ventilators, IV equipment, incubators in the NICU. Every room here is filled with life-saving medical equipment that relies on electricity. But question 3 would cost Mainers $13.5 billion and put our electricity in the hands of politicians. Politicians who pocket money from oil and gas companies. I wouldn't put a politician in charge of all of this. The stakes are just too high to trust them. Question 3 is a risk Mainers can't afford.
If you're a licensed technician and ready to get back to work or make the switch to a rewarding career, then look no further, because Ray Plumbing and Heating is hiring and ready to add you to their family today. For more information, visit rayplumbing.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Folks, we are lucky enough to be joined by PJ Keenan, who is the Executive Director of the Ellsworth Chamber of Commerce. PJ, thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You know, this is a great time of year just to be in Maine regardless, but the Autumn Gold Festival, I mean, it just gives you that warm fall feeling.
Yes,
So
it is a big celebration. We love it.
Now, I have to imagine it's a staple for the community. Folks are just super excited for it to roll around in general.
Yes. Yes, it means our tourist season is done. We have another one in the books, and we're ready to celebrate our community, celebrate our businesses, celebrate the people that live here. It's such a good time.
Now, we're always interested in what is new or unique about this year's festival. So talk about some of the new things that maybe folks haven't seen or experienced before that they'll get to see this time around.
Yes. This year we've introduced a kids carnival. Along with our boat rides on the river. And we're doing downtown events this year. We have everything from yoga and Tai Chi to a ukulele circle happening in our little parklet downtown.
That sounds awesome.
And the big highlight of the downtown events is the Mutt Strut. We're having a pet fashion show. So
that is going to be enjoyable.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Always, Maine is such a dog-friendly state, and I love watching community festivals incorporate that culture into what they do as well. Really important, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So some of the staples that are also returning to the Autumn Gold Festival, what are some of those classic experiences?
We'll have our car show at the Home Depot parking lot, which is how Autumn Gold began, with a car show 39 years ago.
Okay.
And we're going to have our boat rides on the Union River, which has been a staple. We have added events at Woodlawn this year as well. Woodlawn's putting on kite making and ice cream and different things up there. We have lots of musical performances happening throughout the city.
Okay.
But the car show and the boat rides will continue like they always have.
And finally, we talk about this, it sort of marks the end of the tourist season, but I have to imagine that this festival is a really important last sort of influx of income and activity for the sort of the local economy for a little while. So talk about the importance of the festival in that regard.
Yes, it definitely gives us a chance to show off Ellsworth. We have big sidewalk sales happening downtown. A lot of businesses will do sales, and it is a great way to bring people to our city. They get to try out our restaurants and all kinds of shops here. So that is very important. Our last big hurrah before winter.
And just real quickly, it runs all the way through the weekend?
Correct. Yep. Okay. Saturday, tomorrow is the big day. We do have Gilbert and Sullivan on the harbor tonight, and then a golf tournament on Sunday.
Alrighty, folks. Well, there is no shortage of things to do here at the Autumn Gold Festival. So do yourself a favor, come over to Ellsworth and enjoy. And folks, there's still more to come as well. Stay with us.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Ellsworth, is sponsored by Patriot Homes and Design Center. Steps, decks, porches, or maybe a new home, we've got you covered. Call or stop in for your free estimate. Ray Plumbing and Heating, founded in 1957. We can furnish your home or business with total climate control. Complete Tire Service in Ellsworth, your one stop for new tires, quality maintenance, and professional service. On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Ellsworth, is sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. UMaine Online, over 50 online graduate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. Apply for spring, umaine.edu/online. Disconnected Tattoo and Art Shop with well-rounded artists and a fun atmosphere, located at the Maine Coast Mall in Ellsworth. Whether you're thinking of getting your first tattoo or building onto your collection of skin art,
Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company in Ellsworth provides the safest and most comfortable tattoo and piercing experience.
At Disconnected Tattoo, we'll combine your vision with our art to create something special that will last the test of time.
Don't trust your personal body art to anyone else.
Call Disconnected Tattoo today to schedule your consultation.
Or check out our Facebook page.
Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company in Ellsworth.
We get up and go, no matter what day it is. We make sure nothing keeps us from doing what needs to be done, because we're driven by what we love. Milwaukee's outdoor power equipment handles any job, big or small. From trimmers, blowers, and mowers to chain and pole saws, Milwaukee's battery-operated high-output tools will help get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Looking to buy or sell your home in eastern and central Maine? Look no further than Melissa Bartlett of Better Homes and Gardens Masiello Group. With more than 25 years of experience in the industry, multi-millions in sales, and 5-star recommendations, Melissa knows the ins and outs of the market, making your real estate journey seamless. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, Melissa's expertise will guide you every step of the way. Your journey to a new home starts here with your Maine move and Melissa Bartlett. Call today and let her experience be your advantage.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Staying with us, it is a big weekend for the Patriots. New England looking to make it 2 in a row as they head to Dallas on Sunday to take on the 2-1 Cowboys. The Pats going through one final tune-up at Gillette today before heading off to Texas. Patriots know how vital this game is. Going forward, 2-2 is a whole lot different than 1-3, especially in a very competitive AFC East. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys offense have looked good this year, at least in 2 games. Mike McCarthy in charge makes that coaching matchup tough too, but the Pats are ready for all that Dallas can throw at them.
You know, they would go out there and they do a lot of things well. You can see why they, have the consistency that they've had. And, Mike's kind of, I'd say changed things around a little bit this year. And looks like that's, working out pretty well too.
Wins are hard to come by in this league. Everybody's good. Everybody knows how to make plays. Everybody has a guy that they're paying over $100 million. Now we see everybody has talent. When we can get a win, we got to work like we lost 2 games. And when we get a loss, we just got to work that much more harder.
All right, looking forward to that one. Let's go to some high school soccer now. Bucksport girls soccer has been on fire to start the season. They're in action this afternoon, hosting Calais. Bucks looking to remain unbeaten on the year. They are hosting the Blue Devils early in the first. Ruby Pereira sends in a corner for Bucksport. Haley Rose with a point-blank chance, but Kaylee Scott with the great instincts on the save. A couple of minutes later, it's Rose with a touch to Lily Civelli. She's going to roll it in on net. Bucks on the board, 1-0. Then here it is again. It's Civelli again. She takes a shot that's saved by Scott, but Jetta Shook comes after the loose ball, spins, and scores. That extends the Bucksport lead. Finally, here is Addison Goss off the assist from Lacey Tweedy. She curls this one past Scott for another Bucksport goal. They improve to 8-0 on the year with a 12-0 win. All right, and it's Friday night. You know what that means. Right after this, I am racing over to Husson University for a rare Friday night game there between them and Dean College, and then we'll have highlights from Old Town and Hamden as well. Ryan Sudol is down watching Levitt Lawrence as well as Messalonsky versus Skowhegan. And our Peter Dubois is staying in Ellsworth, catching that game against Stearns before making the trip to Bucksport to see Mattanockuk. We'll have all of those games plus scores, reaction, and more tonight at 11 for Sports Splits. But for now, that's all the time we have for sports. Here is Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you, Tyler. Our main weather today is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people. All right, guys, we've been really lucky with these above average temperatures the last couple of weeks. We've only had 4 slightly below average temperature days the last couple of weeks. Look at all this warm air. 60s, 70s taking over, and we are nowhere near done. Take a look at this. Our average high in the mid-60s, mid-70s by Sunday. Now, look at Tuesday, and now look at Wednesday. Near 80-degree temperatures will be back, folks. Near record high temperatures, so well above average air is going to continue to stick around the next week or so. And then I'm looking at further trends. In a week and a half, it is going to get much cooler. So folks, enjoy this warm, mild air the next week to week and a half before things really start to cool on off. And it is really going to feel cooler, nice and crisp like fall. For now, though, we do have some overcast conditions associated with a little bit of rain down south. Just outside of our area, some pretty heavy rainfall. Now, let's mention this. Heavy record-breaking rainfall in New York City. All of the 5 boroughs hammered with rain, up to even 8 inches of rain, folks. Every borough has lots of flooding going on. I have lots of family out on the East Coast as well, and they are dealing with these flooding conditions going on right now. So things will be improving the next couple of days, but for now, things are not as quality down south. Off sea, though, not too bad. We have a solid 3-foot waves, and just down right off the Jersey coastline, take a look at this, much bigger waves. We don't have a buoy here showing how high those waves are, but they are over 10-foot waves with a low pressure system just offshore, giving lots of rainfall to the East Coast. But we are lucky, guys, no rainfall for us the next several days. We're actually gonna continue to clear up by tomorrow, and then by Sunday, Monday into Tuesday, we will see lots of sunshine and temperatures back near 80 degrees. We'll be back and showing you guys our future rainfall, zeros down the board the next several days, pretty much right through the beginning to middle of next week. Now, with a little bit of clouds in the area, temperatures will start to rise. Dew points will be high as well, Monday into Tuesday, and once again for Wednesday starting to drop. So it will feel a little bit sticky by Monday night into Tuesday, mainly into Wednesday, with those near record high temperatures back in the area. For us tonight, temperatures in those mid to upper 40s, mostly cloudy skies, and some dense fog will be in the area once again. So please slow down tomorrow morning if you got anything going on. But then we're going to actually see decreasing clouds, temperatures near 71 degrees, so well above average temperatures still in the area. Our extended forecast outlook does show really nice weather the next week or so. Temperatures warming back up near 80 degrees by Tuesday. Beth and Peter?
All right, thanks so much, Conrad.
All righty, well, we are standing here with musical theater rising star Miss Jalen, and you have a very special night coming up.
That's right, and we're going to introduce you to her and learn more about that production after the break. Stay with us.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Ellsworth, is sponsored by Shirley's Yarns, Crafts, and Gifts in Hancock, where you'll find a huge variety of yarns, crafts, and unique gifts, the best kept secret in Hancock County. Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales. Come buy your vehicle the Fairway. It's not just a slogan, it's the way we do business. Dragon Fire Pizza is serving the best pizza in Ellsworth. Don't believe us? Why not come by and see what all the hype is about?
Nana's Attic started many years ago for me. When I was a young fellow, I used to go with my grandmother collecting antiques and selling antiques. I went on many trips with Nana as I was fascinated with the world of antiques and the history behind old things. They remind you of days that have gone by, but spark memories of youth and hanging out with loved ones that are no longer with us. Now I've made that dream a reality. First with my Ellsworth Flea Market, and now my own store, Nana's Attic and Then Some, located in the old Olympia Sports in Ellsworth, where you'll find treasures and antiques galore.
It's Autumn Gold in Ellsworth. There's the Autumn Gold Car Show at the Home Depot with sales and events all over town. Free boat rides and kids carnival at Harbor Park. There are also other events downtown and at Woodlawn. Sponsored by the Ellsworth Area Chamber of Commerce.
When it comes to fixing your car, you should have a choice.
But out-of-state automakers are starting to restrict access to your car's mechanical data.
That means local independent repair shops like mine,
and mine too, will lose their ability to diagnose problems and make repairs,
forcing you to expensive dealerships.
Right to Repair will protect your choice.
Your choice.
It's your car. Get it fixed where you want.
Please vote yes on question 4. Yes on Right to Repair.
Hammond Lumber Company has been a trusted partner of professional contractors, do-it-yourselfers, and homeowners for generations. It's the level of trust that Hammond Lumber has earned by providing an extensive selection of products and materials from industry-leading suppliers, with guidance and support through every stage of any project, including delivery of materials throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company is, has been, and will always be your building project partner.
Tonight, with the shutdown clock ticking down and so many families and the economy possibly at risk, the struggle to strike a deal. What's really happening on the Hill? More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going to close the show with some very exciting news and two distinguished guests. I'm joined now by Ashley Terwilliger. She is the director of the big production that is starting off tonight here in Ellsworth, Matilda. It's a classic.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. And also, I'm joined by the star of the show, young Jalen. Thank you so much for joining us. And so let's start off telling me about some of the preparation that's gone into this big event. I know yesterday was the dress rehearsal, and there was some really good feedback there.
Yeah, we were so surprised. We had close to 300 people who came out for the dress rehearsal, which is great for all of us to have that sort of preparation. We've been going with rehearsals for about 8 weeks, usually about 5 to 6 times a week. Kids are working really hard, everyone's working really hard, and we have a whole tech crew, production crew that's pulling out everything behind the scenes.
And Jalen, can you back that up? 8 weeks, it sounds like it's been pretty extensive. What's that experience been like for you preparing?
Well, it's kind of just been, it's been really great because we've just been practicing our hardest, and all the effort we've put into it, it's really paid off.
It sounds like it, and it sounds like there's a lot of excitement. People are pouring in right now, and you're getting ready. At 7 o'clock tonight is when things are going to get underway, and that's not the only showing, though. When can people come back if they can't make it tonight?
We're actually running for 3 weekends, so this is our opening night tonight, and then 3 more weekends. Tickets are available online at grandonline.org, and it's filling pretty fast, so I would encourage people.
Absolutely. And just tell me, what's been your favorite part about this whole experience?
Probably finding out who everybody was and just seeing the entire show come together.
And it sounds like everyone has really embraced their roles too, huh?
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us. Really glad to be able to end the show with you guys, and we're hoping you have a very, very successful production.
Thank you so much.
And I'm sure I speak for all of our viewers when I say break away.